Archangel Metatron in the 33rd Dimension, The Manifestation Point. By Anna Merkaba. June 6, 2016. Website: sacredascensionmerkaba.com. Produced by Higher Self.
Greetings everyone. Before I begin this channeling, I would like to add a personal note. First of all, I hope that each and every one of you is doing good. I know that the last few weeks have been odd at best, as we were all serving as clearing and purifying towers of ascension. I know I myself have been clearing massive amounts of everyone's energies, at times forgetting that none of these sensations were mine, only to catch myself midway, stop and force myself to return back into balance. Finally, the purification is ceasing for the time being, and we are given the green light to move forward with all of our endeavors. In the channeling that you are about to hear, you will find reference by our beloved celestial counterparts to the manifestation point. I would like to expand on this a bit. At this moment in time, we are thrust into the manifestation point, which means that the energies are incredibly supportive of everything that we wish to come to pass. What we have been able to achieve as a collective is phenomenal. So much is happening and has occurred behind the scenes. We have moved into a completely new reality, where things are manifesting at lightning speed, because, and this is something that our scientific community is very well aware of, but is keeping under wraps, we have transversed time and space and have literally left the old matrix. The old solid reality is going away. Each moment everything in our reality is becoming somewhat liquefied, lighter, faster and easier to mold into whatever we want it to be. Not only that, but the world of Akasha, the celestial abodes, the manifestation realm is becoming more and more accessible to all of us. The connection with our guides and our own higher selves is merging with our everyday reality. We are beginning to see things that we have not seen before. And I am not only talking about those of us who have come here from other realms and planets to assist humanity and Gaia to move through ascension. I am talking about everyone on this planet. Everyone is experiencing the liquidity of the new reality, and that is why so many more people are finding themselves confused and feeling frightened. Those of us who have already passed through the awakening process understand the new reality much more and welcome these new experiences. But that is not what I want to talk to you about today. What I want to point out is that because the veil of forgetfulness is slowly thinning and many are able to see through it, move through it, and connect to the multidimensionality of their own selves, our thoughts begin to manifest at quantum speed. And so, it is incredibly important to monitor your thoughts. You've all heard of a saying, think before you speak. Right now though, we have to think before we think and then before we think again, and only then speak. It's not only important, it's mandatory for all of us to constantly monitor our own thoughts, and moreover than that, be very conscious as to what we allow into our brain. Here I would like to share something very interesting with you, to help you understand the way that our brain operates. Recently I was doing a distant Merkaba energy healing session for someone, and their animal spirit guide turned out to be a lynx. Guided by the higher realms to a very special page, I came across this phenomenal information which I wish to share with all of you today. You may have heard of this before, but if not, I hope it will open your mind. This is an excerpt from the description about a lynx, which I find to be incredibly interesting and valuable. We all have a dozen or more voices in our heads, all talking at once in random sound bites that have lost their context. Scientifically speaking, those voices are a product of our ever-evolving cerebral cortex, which uses thoughts much the way the heart uses blood, pumping through mental content over and over again. Unlike the heart, mental palpitations do not always nourish the body. If you close your eyes and place your attention on the voices in your head, you will hear a cacophony of random chatter. Lynx medicine is the silence under that chatter. Separating your being from this commotion of thoughts develops the skills of intuition untouchable by external manipulation. It is also possible to gain some control over the content that the brain has to work with by being attentive to the quality of the messages you let yourself watch and listen to. A horror movie, where it may be fun with friends, can fracture into 1,000 pieces in your mind over the following months and affect your energy levels as well as your self-esteem without ever being considered as a culprit. Feed your brain as you would your body with the kind of nutrition that will lead to power. The endless onslaught of advertising that has now invaded every aspect of Western culture is also designed to create noise in the mind and keep us from our better judgment. Commercials are other people's priorities trying to dictate what yours ought to be. As advertising spreads like a fungus across all surfaces in our lives, from the coffee cup holder to the calendar app on your smartphone, our thoughts are constantly interrupted with the noise of marketing and sales. Advertising agencies know exactly how our repetitive mind works with its compulsive looping, and they design verbal campaigns specifically to become random, unconnected sound bites in the brain that will rattle about and lead to irrational, unnecessary spending. Some ads have even become wordless jingles that stick like gum in the brain. These catchphrases fill the space in our heads and obstruct the ability for deeper contemplation. The content of our thoughts have no deeper meaning or value beyond the fleeting synapse they ride on. Without silent observation of these external voices and aggressive priorities, the mind can become quite insane. Link's medicine suggests that you ask yourself what you want and why. Have you been convinced you need something as a way of escaping the struggles of growing up? Or are your desires connected to an independent curiosity and inner passion moving you towards a larger experience of yourself and others? We may not be able to escape the unyielding monsoon of logos and branding that is our media-obsessed world, but Link's medicine advises that we filter out the confusion by simply recognizing those external voices for what they are: irrelevant. Once again, as you have already understood, it is important to monitor your thoughts, declutter your brain space, and be conscious of the type of information you invite into your subconscious mind. It's easier than you think, and it all comes down to this: silence, stillness, serenity. Now, having said this, here is the channeling that I have received from Metatron and the 33rd dimension. The configuration of the heavenly abodes has allowed a massive amount of liberating energies to emanate onto your plane of existence. The newly constructed configuration of the heavenly abodes has allowed the transparency of all that has been hidden from view to rise from the ashes of the past, and the new informational decrees to float freely onto your plane of existence, into your consciousness of being. Each module of information packet to be delivered into your subatomic principles of being, in order to ignite the informational encodings, already implemented into the codices of your DNA structure, and awaken from slumber the hidden potential of your vehicle of choice. For within the DNA of your vehicles of choice lays a formula, a key if you will, to full enlightenment and purification from outdated archetypes. Within the structure of your DNA, lays the codices that have been turned off, if you will, which have thus blocked your abilities to not only be self-sufficient, but to believe that you are less than. In truth, the informational decrees of the past have no room in the newly created platform, and so and thus, that which has indeed worked for you in the past, shall no longer be applied in the new world. For the thinking patterns of your ancestors can no longer operate on the newly created platform from which you are to grow, expand, and reconnect with that which you truly are. Gone are the days of secrecy and lack of information, for more and more is delivered to your shores. Gone are the days of mystery of your body. Gone are the days of limited beliefs. For truly all of you are sovereign beings of light, all and every single one of you are masters of your very own lives, you are the co-creators of your very own reality structure. Gone are the days of waiting for a Messiah, for truly you are all Messiahs, Messiahs of your very own selves, and so, through the unification principles of being, through the newly formed platform, through the newly delivered encodings, through the newly delivered informational decrees of the workings of the universe, and your very own vehicles of ascension, shall you be able to fully tap into that which is known in your world as Akasha. Akasha, from which you shall be granted access to your books of life, your very one books of life with all the encodings of that which was, which is, and which is yet to come. And it is through full and complete resonance with that which you are, shall you be able to change your life for the better, shall you be able to fully walk into your power. It is by going within and recognizing the power of that which you are, by accepting your gifts of splendor and might, that you shall be able to give rise to new energies of benevolence, new energies of peace, new energies of change, that so many of you are dreaming about. The time has come to bring that dream into reality, and it all begins with you, it all begins with your full and complete alliance to your very own higher selves, to your very own hearts, to your very own souls. For it is through your efforts, your joys, your freedom of thought, your freedom of movement, and your desire to co-create a new society in which to grow, that all of your innate desires shall come to pass. Gone are the days of ignorance, for you are fully ready, well equipped, and well prepared to take the necessary steps in the right direction, not only for your very own selves, but for all that is. Understand your powers, and allow yourselves to connect with the divinity of your soul. Know that you have arrived at the manifestation point, utilize this energy wisely, and remember to stay centered, leveled, balanced, enjoy unconditional understanding and love of all that is and in complete cognizance of the heavenly abodes. Know that you are being supported by all that is. Know that it is so. For it is. That is all that we have for you now. We love you. We are with you. Goodbye for now.